Hey everybody, what's today? Today's Tuesday. Does anybody else feel like that? It's like, holy cow, it is coming at us like a bull in a china shop. But you know what? Here's the thing. Um, I am super clear that what is going on is going to change our lives forever like 9/11 did. And I wrote down a couple notes that I think are super important because I am going to continue to not only help you guys on the money front. Me and my team are coming up with a game plan of how to do that in scale, because I know everybody out there right now is terrified about what's going on from a financial perspective. And it's time for me to start to get more content out there about what's going on financially in our world. And I want to be that resource for you, because there are ways to navigate through this with grace and ease, despite the fact that there's over a 30% drop in the overall markets. So it's super duper important for us to stay calm and grounded. So, I always talk about the fact that there's our financial life, and then there's these other areas of our life, our personal, our families, our relationships. There's our soul, our hearts, and what it's screaming to do out in the world, and our careers. And so many people are in flux these days. And I want to make sure we're helping the globe. So all of you that are on right now, would you be willing to, you can do a watch party on your Facebook Live, which means that as I'm helping you, that you can then help your friends on your Facebook. I would certainly appreciate if we can put more good out in the world. So this is about how do we start to actually shift some of this learning curve that is going around. And I just want to share that we've really asked for this reform. We've asked for things to change. A lot of us are at our limits. We don't, this kind of situation when you're stuck with a fire hose coming at you, it's really about the fact that you're not going to have the capacity to actually, you're not going to have the capacity to deal with anything that's not in alignment with your heart and your soul. And so it's super important for us to realize that on some level, we've been sick and tired of politicians. We've been sick and tired of how the educational system, who out there, like, here's a great example. Who out there right now truly appreciates teachers? Because I gotta tell you, me trying to homeschool, if you could have seen me last Wednesday when I was trying to do remote learning, homeschooling with my children, along with the stock market falling by 1,300 points and serving my clients and people at large, it was a comedy show. Other people might call that, it was like, holy hell in the Julie Murphy household. But what I learned, and my daughter Bridget gives me such a gift. Those of you who know Bridget, you'll laugh at this. She's my fire. And she is not adapting very well to all this change. And so it made me realize that what I need to help people through is how to adapt through a lot of this change that is going on. And so I want us to really resonate with, like, I have a feeling that us as a society is really going to appreciate teachers a hell of a lot more after having to teach our own children at home. That there's going to be a gratitude for what they do provide. And so I want to send a big thank you out to all of those teachers in the world, as well as all of those people who are out there in the medical field, because it is super important for us to send our gratitude to those people right now. And I'm going to be providing you guys tools from a toolbox. Throughout the years, I am the financial expert, but I have created relationships with people that I know that can help you in the other areas of your life, from things more esoteric like energy work, to people who are more practical from the health perspective, from different types of venues. And so look out for me sending you things that are going to be resources and tools for you and your loved ones to help you along your journey. It's super important for all of us to really start to zone in and support each other. And so I want to make sure this toolbox, what I call my rockin' resources, are going to help you guys get to the next place. Hi, Kristen, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us. And Claire and Sue. So I want you to think about how are you adapting today? Because this adapting piece, I have watched with all of my clients through the years, that if we are not adapting through this crisis right now, it is only going to create disease in your body. And I want to share a story with you that's not coronavirus related, but still disease. I have a client who for years really wanted to actually just be with her kids and her grandkids. And the next stage was for her to actually move into a retirement community. She's in her 80s, and she moved into the community in November, and she manifested a disease that's just a urinary tract infection that was so severe that she now can't go back and live in the retirement community. And when I had a phone call with her and her daughter, because she moved into her daughter's home because her daughter promised that she was never going to put her mom in a home to her dad before her dad died. And we manifest these diseases. And I know some of you are going to be thinking, going, we didn't manifest coronavirus. You know what? Maybe not consciously, but on a subconscious level, every single one of us has been screaming on social media that we want reform. Reform is here. It's being shoved down our throats. And this client of mine, when I talked to her the other day, she says to me, I go, hey, how you doing on your manifestation of getting in with your daughter and your granddaughters? And she just giggled. She's like, and I'm like sitting here going, we do create and we do manifest our lives. And so what's super important right now is that we realize, one, that we are the creators of our lives. Number two, how are we adapting or how are we not adapting? And I am going to help you on this journey to adapt, because I know the work that I do to help people one-on-one, and some of the people on this Facebook Live I have done that for, and I want us to all get through this with love and light, and I want every single one of us to create the lives that we really, really, really love and dream of, including myself, because by helping you, I help myself. And so I look forward to continuing to provide for you guys toolboxes and really help you navigate what's going on financially right now, because it's a shit show and it is going to keep coming. Hear me loud and clear. It is going to keep coming. And I'm not saying that from a fear perspective. I'm saying I want you to shift from fear over to a place of empowerment. And how do you stand in your power with all of this macro stuff going on? And I will help you do that. Okay, I love you all, and stay tuned and keep coming back, because we are going to get you down the path of your journey. Love you all. Bye.